All right, y'all. So I want to talk to you about something that is not an easy conversation, but it's teacher mental health. And I feel like right now, as teachers, we're really struggling. This is hard. I don't think I've had such a hard start to a school year ever, even in my first year. I'm exhausted. I actually slept Friday and Saturday 12 hours both nights. Just so tired from everything. And I don't really think it's a physical exhaustion, it's an emotional one. It's the task of doing two jobs at the same time. It's all the paperwork if you're a sped teacher that carried over from COVID. We were just kind of flying by the seat of our pants, and now it's time to go back and fix everything. And I feel like there's just not enough hours in the day. And it's hard. I mean, I love my job. I love the kids. I'm so glad to be back in the classroom with them and teaching them. But, we missed 5 months of school, and life didn't just stop. I mean, it maybe felt that way in the moment, but life didn't just stop. And deadlines still exist, and learning for some kids didn't happen, and things were stressful for some kids, and things were stressful for us. And we have a mountain to climb. I don't know if this is coming out right. I'm really just kind of speaking off the cuff right now, but teachers, give yourself some grace right now. We are doing the best we can. I'm trying to do the best I can. I'm trying to do right by my kids, do right by my job, do right by my students. And this is hard. I don't think any teacher has been through anything this hard. And, as a parent, it's challenging because the kids are struggling too. I watch my kids, and adapting to being back at school has been a challenge for them, and they have lost skills. I mean, it's obvious. I don't think they're in a place where they can't pull themselves back up. I don't think any kids are. And honestly, as educators, that's our job, is to pull kids back up. But we do have gaps. We have gaps we have to fill, because the instruction when we were out for quarantine was just not equitable. Some kids still had enriching educational experiences, and they read books, and they did things with their parents, and they participated in online learning. And some kids didn't do anything for 5 months, and then some kids had a lot going on for 5 months. So we're coming back, and I don't think we've ever been in a situation where things are more unfair is the best way to put it. So we just got to do our best. I mean, I'm here today to just say, teachers, you're doing what you can, and take time for you. I think in all of this, teachers, we want to save everybody. We want to save the world, and we forget that we've got to put our masks on first before we can go out and save the world. We need to take care of ourselves. And that's not going to look the same for everybody. It's going to look different. Some people might just need to spend time with friends, as best you can, social distancing. Some people might need to journal or meditate or work out. Some people might need to do a hobby that they enjoy. Some people might need to sleep. I think I might land into that camp. Some people might need to talk to a therapist. I spoke in my last video a little bit about what I was doing to improve me, and I think it's important to include that and to not get completely lost in trying to fix all of this in the first 3 months that we're back to school. This is going to take time. It really is. So I mentioned that I decided to get gastric sleeve, and that was not a decision I took lightly. I've been spending a while trying to think how I was going to do that and how I was going to take care of myself. And I had tried everything under the sun. I had tried a lot of diets, and I've struggled with my weight my whole life. It really hasn't been a secret. I think I was able to manage it when I was younger and I was an athlete, but once I had kids, it just kind of ballooned. And then I became a teacher, and I really put myself on the back burner, and I was going to grad school and doing all that stuff, and I was not taking care of me. And so the weight just got more and more and more. And it's not because I was a teacher, it's because I didn't put myself as a priority. I think any job I would have done, I probably would have done that, because that's just my personality. I put my family and everybody and work and everything in front of my needs and what I need to do. So I decided to go ahead and do this, and I'm already feeling like it was the best decision I ever made, because it's forcing me to take time for myself. It's forcing me to go out and exercise every day. It's forcing me to eat healthier and not turn to the chocolate after a really bad day. It's forcing me not to consume copious amounts of caffeine to try to compensate for lack of sleep because I stayed up too late doing something that I probably shouldn't have done, or worrying about work or stressing. Like, it's forcing me to get 8 hours of sleep, because honestly, if you don't have caffeine, you have to go to sleep at 9 o'clock or you just can't make it. So it's helped me a lot. And I'm down 45 pounds since my surgery on July 21st. So I'm actually really happy about that. I'm starting to get my energy back, which is awesome, despite my sleeping. But that had nothing to do with surgery. That had to do with just having an emotionally taxing week. I'm still really struggling with not being able to do everything perfectly, not being able to do everything in the timeline I think it needs to be done, not being able to be superhuman, because I can't be. We just have limitations right now that are out of our control, and we can't blame ourselves when you see, kids maybe have gaps or anything like that, because that's just what happens when you miss the last 9 weeks of school. We just have to realize, okay, this is our starting point, and what are we going to do to make it better? And during this time, I've been making lists and checking things off, just the basic time management stuff. I've also told myself that I'm going to avoid bringing work home. Now, I've been staying a little bit later, but the thing that I like about that is when I do it, though, I'm home. Like, I'm physically home, mentally home. I'm present for my kids. I'm present for what I need to do for me. I'm able to go get my exercise or relax or watch a movie. I mean, for all of you who don't know, my husband's military and he's in and out a lot. And so that time that I get with him is very precious, and I don't get it all the time. So I think it's very important to make sure that I'm spending that time with him and connecting with him. I know I haven't posted a lot lately. I've been just trying to manage all the chaos that has been the last few weeks of school. But my goal is to get more consistent, because I do think it's really important to get these videos out. I think they mean something to you all, and they mean something to me. They really are a powerful reflection for me on ways that I can improve my practice as a teacher. And I like to think that they help people. I hear that some of the things that I post help people, and that's really why I'm doing this. Is I just want to help other teachers, help parents with children with ADHD and learning disabilities and behavioral challenges. And I really just want to, make a space where I can share my ideas and communicate with people and collaborate online. I've learned that you can collaborate with people all over the country, and that's the beautiful thing about the internet, and you can learn all sorts of new things that you can take back to help your kids. And if I'm helping my students by the things I do and sharing with you, then you can help your students, and I can watch other people's videos and learn things and help my students, and we're all just doing better. So that's really why I do these videos. But today, like I said, this one's for you teachers and for you parents who are sitting there struggling through all of this. Like, Rome was not built in a day, and we're not going to fix the consequences of what came from having so many days away from school, missing last 9 weeks of school. We're not going to fix that. We can only take things one day at a time. We're human, and we just have to prioritize the must-dos now, and look at the things that maybe could be pushed off to another day. And things don't always have to be perfect. And with online learning, we're all in this together. I know it's so cliche right now to say that, but we're all figuring out how to do this, and we are the pioneers. I think right now we are forever changing education, and what we do now is really going to be a new turning point, in how everything is going to look for the future. So we got this. I got this. You got this. We all got this. We're going to be able to make this work because we're teachers and we're amazing. So If you like this, you know the drill. Give it a like, share, subscribe if you haven't already. I really do want to have that kind of online community where we can learn from each other. So I'd love if you subscribe and we can share more ideas. I will always watch your channel too if you're a YouTube teacher as well. I love to learn from other people. So like I said, subscribe and I'll catch you next one.